The Mekong River. This great waterway touches 6 nations as it courses through Southeast Asia. These countries have come to be defined by the river they share as the Greater Mekong Subregion. These are the people of the GMS. Their faces reflect the region's diversity, its hard work, and its shared challenges in meeting the demands of a rapidly changing world. Development in the Greater Mekong Subregion has resulted in great strides toward improving the daily lives of the people who live here. You can see that success in their faces. These are the faces of progress. From the Mekong's origins on the Tibetan Plateau in China, it cascades through the gorges of Yunnan Province, extending along the entire length of the Lao PDR, creating a border with both Myanmar and Thailand. It flows southward through Cambodia, where the Tonle Sap Lake system feeds into it. Finally, the river enters Vietnam, where its vast delta creates some of Asia's most fertile farmland, before it spills into the South China Sea. For centuries, the people along the Mekong's banks have enjoyed its bounty. It's been a connection for both commerce and culture. Today, the Mekong still serves the region well, but even the Great River cannot provide enough by itself. Growing populations, modernization of commerce, and increasing demands on limited resources mean the people of the Greater Mekong Subregion and their governments must find new solutions. Looking toward the future, the 6 nations of the region are cooperating on a vast array of development projects, many made possible through funding and organizational help from the Asian Development Bank. From its start in the early 1990s, this cooperation in the GMS program has achieved remarkable success. The GMS nations are focusing their development efforts in 3 areas: improved connectivity, increased competitiveness, and a greater sense of community between the nations and peoples of the region. Increased connectivity is being achieved through better transportation links and more efficient border crossings. People are also getting more connected with each other through better telephone and internet access. And more people are getting connected to electric power, often generated in a neighboring country. Businesses are connecting with markets never before available to them. The region is becoming more competitive in the world economy than ever before. Investment in training is paying off. GMS nations are becoming more successful in attracting investment too, including foreign direct investment. People and companies in the GMS are making profits many times greater than they dreamed possible. People whose brighter future depends on each other naturally feel a greater sense of community with their neighboring countries. The years of conflict have given way to a community of nations working toward a shared goal: a better quality of life for all. Through December 2007, almost $10 billion has been invested in 34 infrastructure projects in the GMS. The ADB also gave $166 million to support 146 technical assistance projects in the GMS. That technical assistance takes many forms, all aimed at preparing people to manage development projects and promote cooperation between GMS countries. Each year since 2003, more than 300 middle to senior level officials participate in GMS Phnom Penh Plan learning programs. Communicable disease control and prevention is one of the areas that receives important technical assistance. Community-based efforts to educate people about preventing HIV and AIDS and other diseases is helping keep people healthy to enjoy the fruits of the region's increasing success. Billions of dollars invested in enhancing connectivity, improving competitiveness, and encouraging community. Improving these 3 areas will help the GMS continue its development success story far into the future. In Laos, Mr. Bunliang Kiomani is benefiting from increased connectivity because of a new bridge and improved roadway. It runs from the Andaman Sea coast, crossing Thailand and the Lao PDR, to Vietnam's port at Da Nang. But it's more than just a road. It's an economic corridor, raising the standard of living for virtually everyone within its reach. Along this route lies Manivongse, 30 kilometers from Savannakhet, on the Lao side of the border with Thailand. Mr. Kiomani has opened a shop there, catering to the needs of the many drivers using this now busy artery.
Before, my shop didn't have a lot of business. Not much to do, just filling up tires and all, and selling a bit of fuel. But in the past few years, the business has expanded quite a lot. My family's income has gone up.
He's built a new home behind the shop, and his family is enjoying a higher standard of living than before. At nearby Savannakhet, a new bridge linking Laos with Thailand makes transportation of all kinds faster, easier, and more affordable. Work on the bridge began in 2004. When it opened at the start of 2007, construction and traffic in the area started to increase. More demand for her paint and hardware goods has let Pongpasuk Sutisambat expand and upgrade her business.
I sell construction materials. Before, the shop was small, and I was in business for 2 years. Now, this kind of commodity is in demand since our country is growing. Selling concrete and sand is quite profitable. When you build a house, you need iron, concrete, sand, corrugated sheet metal, pipe, and tiles. Each time customers come, they order a lot.
All along the economic corridors being established in the GMS, success stories like this are being repeated because of increased connectivity. In rural Cambodia, near the border with Vietnam, greater connectivity means getting connected to the area's expanding electric power grid. In 2004, only about 6% of Svay Rieng province's 500,000 people had electricity. By mid-2006, an ADB-financed distribution line brought electric power generated in neighboring Vietnam to Svay Rieng. Now, about 16% of the province's homes and businesses have electricity, and it's about 20% cheaper than before. Not everyone is connected yet. Yem Sin Yun says she's never lived in a home connected to electric lines. She works long hours packaging palm sugar for sale in town. She says she could get more work done if only she had regular electricity. She and her husband would like to replace their well's hand pump with an electric one. And she'd like her 2 sons and a daughter to benefit from electric power too.
If we get electricity, I'll buy lamps for our children's studies and a water pump for my business and our crops. In the future, if my village has access to electricity, I'll be very happy.
For now, though, it's only the dim glow of a kerosene lamp that shines on the children's books. The light is bad, and the smoke bothers their eyes. Just a few kilometers away, another village connected to the new power lines shortly after they went up. The main lines run along Cambodia's National Road No. 1 and supply the villages on either side. Va Serin operates a small business at home while her husband is away at his job. She says access to power meant big changes in their lifestyle. They enjoy more conveniences, like an electric water pump and a mobile phone. And the family enjoys entertainment together.
After getting electricity, I bought lights. I could watch TV. I turned on the lights for my children's studies. And we sing karaoke when my husband's friends visit. I also bought a water pump for my work here at home. It's made my life a lot easier.
Switching on the lights in more homes like Vaserin's is another one of the signs of success in the greater Mekong sub-region. Cross-border cooperation in agriculture is reaping profits across the GMS. Companies in Thailand are contracting farmers in neighboring countries to grow a variety of crops. This makes them all more competitive in the economy. In the Lao province of Sangnabuli, owning your own tractor is a status symbol as well as a means to earn more income. Sangkamontri uses his tractor to work his fields and to carry produce to the market in town. He says he couldn't have afforded the tractor without the income from a contract farming deal with a Thai agricultural firm. Before contract farming, Sang and his neighbors earned less than 10,000 baht a year, making Sangnabuli the second poorest province in the country. Now, 4 years after he and hundreds of households in the province began contract farming, their lives are much more comfortable.
Last year, I got a profit of about 200,000 baht. I'm very happy. I used some of the money to buy a plot of paddy land. I built a new house for my daughter and I kept the rest for family savings.
Sang says he was even able to buy a gold necklace for his wife. He grows corn under an agreement with the Charon Popakand Group, based in Bangkok. Under the deal, the Thai firm guarantees a minimum price for what Lao farmers grow. It also lends technical support by providing seeds and advanced agricultural know-how.
It's not that difficult. Before we plant it, the company's officials give us advice on how to grow it. They tell us how to sow the seeds in holes and how far. It should be from one hole to another. We follow their instructions and we get large, good quality ears of corn.
Contract corn farming in Sangnabuli today is a success. Farmers' lives have improved, and the Thai company gets affordable corn to produce animal feed. Natural resource and biodiversity protection is a key component of all GMS program investments. The nations of the GMS are working together to ensure that economic development projects are also environmentally sound. Increasing their sense of community, they're creating biodiversity corridors, areas where plants and animals can enjoy the larger connected habitat ranges they need to survive. Managing environmental protection takes know-how and financial support, so the ADB is helping to train people and sustain funding for conservation programs. Another focus of the GMS program is development of the tourism industry. All the countries of the GMS have great destinations to offer visitors, but to be competitive for tourism spending, these places must be ready to handle more tourists. That requires both skills training and infrastructure development. GMS initiatives have funded training programs for people to get new jobs serving the tourism industry. Tour guide Trantan Pong says there's more demand now for people with his skills.
In the past, many students couldn't find work after graduation, but now tourism in Hanoi is on the move. The number of tourists is increasing, better than many years ago. My life is better than before too.
One goal of GMS tourism projects is to promote the region as a single destination for tourists, so several nations will be on their itineraries. That means it's vital to have the infrastructure to get people from place to place quickly, safely, and efficiently. Pong, the tour guide, says the ADB-funded improvements to the highway connecting Hanoi to Lang Son at the Chinese border has cut travel time to just 2.5 hours instead of all day.
Recently, the number of overland visitors to Vietnam has been huge, especially at the end of the year. Our tour business has gotten busier. I think this job provides young people a great opportunity. Of course, what I mean is we can earn more money.
GMS nations cooperating on faster, less complicated immigration and customs procedures also benefits tourism development and all kinds of cross-border trade. China's Yunnan province and Guangxi region are part of the GMS too. There, telecommunications connectivity, made possible in part by the GMS Information Superhighway Network, is making all the difference for farmers and small business owners. Lin Chengjuan grows sugarcane. Selling it to the local sugar factory is his only means of income to support his family. During harvest season, he used to have to cut his crops and wait in front of the factory, hoping to sell while the cane was still fresh. The factory can only process a limited amount of sugar at one time, so Mr. Lin's prospects were unsure.
Before, truck drivers who knew which factory needed sugarcane would come to look for farmers, and the farmer would then go and meet the factory people. After that, we would have to arrange for the driver to deliver the sugarcane to the factory. Sometimes it took 2 to 3 days. It was all very troublesome and wasted time.
Now, with a system put in place by a local telecom company, the factory purchasing manager sends farmers SMS messages when he wants to buy sugarcane. Mr. Lin only harvests what the factory needs when it's needed.
I find that this system is very good and useful. Other farmers are also very happy with this system.
Ye Minjiang and his business are also better connected and thriving because of it. His small factory makes combs from buffalo horn. The local government provides internet access and even a free website to local residents.
We don't really know anything about computers. We're just farmers. But the system support people are very friendly and helpful when we call them. They also came here to give us some training.
Mr. Ye has started advertising his combs on the internet.
After we got online, outside clients could see our combs and easily get in touch with us. Only 3 days after they helped us put our combs on the website, we got our first order, 5,000 pieces.
Lin Chengjuan and Ye Minjiang are more connected and more competitive. They're just two among the many faces of progress to be found across the GMS. With continued cooperation and investment in the future, increasing the region's connectivity, competitiveness, and sense of community will surely lead to many more new faces like these. Faces of progress, reflecting the greater prosperity envisioned for all the peoples of the GMS.